What's up, YouTube? I'm back at you with another video. Just getting my results to the Tennessee versus Arkansas matchup. Tennessee lost the game 14-19. Just a weird week, man, of college football, man. A lot of ranked teams going down to unranked teams, but uh, just tough sledding. A lot of teams out there ready to play, and you just got to give these teams credit, man. Picked Arkansas to lose this matchup, but they came up and won, man, and did a phenomenal job with the Tennessee offense, man. They held Tennessee scoreless in the first half, and Tennessee was able to get on the board, score two touchdowns in the third quarter. But Arkansas, man, like I said, just all these teams are putting on a fantastic display. Of course, my Alabama Crimson Tide took an embarrassing loss to Vanderbilt today, and now Tennessee loses to Arkansas. So just read off the stats. Nico, he went for 17 of 29 attempts for 158 yards. Like I said, Arkansas just played phenomenal, defense. Was able to contain Nico and show some different looks on the back end of that secondary, stuff like that. So um, just a tough loss, for the Tennessee Vols at number 4. Sampson, he had 138 yards on the ground and had two touchdowns, so he had a pretty good day rushing the ball. Um, Dante Thornton, he had one reception for 42 yards. So like I said, it was just tough sledding. Um, Arkansas's defense came to play, and they did a phenomenal job. Uh, Tylen Green, he finished the game with 19 attempts, or 27 attempts with 19 completions for 266 yards. He had a field day passing the ball, all over the defense. He didn't really get any touchdowns, but because he got injured in the game, he got tackled around his knees, and it was a nasty hit on his knee. But yeah, Tyler Green, he didn't get any touchdowns, but Jaquindon Jackson on the ground, man, that's a good player, man. Definitely a guy that runs hard for the Arkansas running game. One of their best running backs. He had a pretty good day. He had 57 yards and a touchdown. Malachi Singleton, he was able to get a touchdown as well. So Arkansas only accounted for two touchdowns this matchup. So you got to give credit to the Tennessee defense. They still, played really, really well, I felt like. But the way, you expected Tennessee's offense to put up more points. 19 points normally wouldn't be enough to beat a team like Tennessee, but they just couldn't get anything going offensively in the fourth quarter when the game was close. I mean, Arkansas played them pretty tough the whole game. So, like I said, I took my hat off to Arkansas. It's the SEC, man. You got to play every week, man. It's a tough loss for Tennessee, but you got to give credit to Arkansas. Like I said, every given Saturday you can lose a game. You know, they just came out to play, but it was a pretty good game. Tight game all the way through. And you wonder, going forward, like how the rest of the season is going to go. Like I said, a lot of teams lost. My Alabama Crimson Tide lost. Tennessee lost. If I'm not mistaken, I think USC lost to Minnesota, who was unranked. Also, I think Michigan lost to Washington, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of upsets today. You know, just college football, man. That's what makes it exciting. You never know what's going to happen each and every week. The Georgia Bulldogs did get the victory over uh, Auburn. That was a really, really good game early on. It was tight in that game as well, but Georgia found a way to win the matchup. So hats off to the Georgia Bulldogs, man. Yeah, they beat them 31-13. So, like I said, I got that prediction right. I figured Georgia's going to come in. They did kind of struggle at first, but they did, get things going offensively. They did have a slow start, but we all know Auburn, for the most part, just they have their issues, and Georgia handled, Auburn at home. So big ups to the Georgia Bulldogs. I think They should be moved up in the rankings. With this victory, still one of the top 5 teams. In my opinion, I feel like you know Alabama should fall out the top 10 in my opinion. They got to prove it going forward. But also, Texas A&M looked really, really good, man. So as you guys can see, I'm doing, covering all the games that I did reaction on. But yeah, Texas A&M looked really, really good. They beat a good team in Missouri. So like I said, a lot of top 10 teams lost today. Other than Alabama, other than Georgia, and I think Ohio State won. Um, every other team in the top four, the top five lost. Top four lost. So hats off to the teams, man. Hats off to Arkansas, Vanderbilt, um, all of those good teams that's up there. Ohio State, just a really, really weird week, but we're gonna see going forward, man. The schedules get much, much harder, especially for Tennessee. They got some games down the road. They got Georgia down the road. Of course, they got to play out my Alabama Crimson Tide, but it's one of those seasons where you don't know who's going to come out at top in the SEC. So lots of football to go. Oh, also Ole Miss beat South Carolina. A big victory of Lane Kiffin and the Ole Miss Rebels. Really, really good victory. That front seven, man, very, very uh, elite. They got a lot of sacks and stuff like that in that matchup. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna just read that off real quick. Game stats. Yeah, Jackson Dart passed with 285 yards. Uh, Paris Jr. had a touchdown. Yeah, a lot of good things happened in that matchup. Um, but that defense definitely stepped up for Ole Miss. They had some tackles for losses. A lot of different things, man. They had 6 sacks, 10 tackles for losses, 5 passes defended, man. They did a phenomenal job up front, man, on that defense. So good win for the Ole Miss Rebels, man. But that's all I have for the video, you guys. Just an interesting week of college football. Uh, Anybody that took a loss, season's not over, especially if you just have one loss. There's still more college football to be played, and learn from the mistakes, going forward. But what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And once again, if you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll definitely be back with more college football content. Thanks, guys, and roll tide.